basically have pressure all over the map. As Fnatic, this time around, going for a much more traditional teamfight comp. We've seen this multiple times now, very objective focused.
It's nice not to see lane swaps. I got pretty sick of them pretty fast. You know, this like 3, 4, 5 minute swap, I mean, towards 8, towards the grubs. It's so nice not to see as you might even see a solo kill. Let's add one into that. The all-out's going to be popped. Emperor some good kiting, but that W true damage is immense. Under turret, the flip out not even needed. Mainta with first blood on his 3rd game in a row of Cassante.
Emperos holds onto the for upset. He's going to be denied this wave. That bot side jungle is very scary.
Roulette just caught in the middle of it. There's the ulti, he dodged away from flash over the wall as well. Roulette still in a thick of trouble. Flag and Dragon now with the TP. Hang on a minute. Hang on, Poby. Tries to get over the wall, he misses. The shuriken flip, he flashes eventually. Fixes the mistake, but...
Samdi wants to push out that wave, but Upset's already rotated over. There should be a Dragon for Fnatic.
But it is a collapse. TP's now initiated. Dragon in, but Fnatic not out. Great engage set up by Relay on the back end as well. Cataclysm comes in late, but Fnatic are in the burning pool right now. And all that from Mater on the right side of your screen while Lospa narrowly avoids collision. Na'Vi come out with 2 and a double over to Sammy D.
It's easier to play for bots because top tower, I mean, that's just gone, right? Mainta's been putting so much pressure.
It is dead indeed. Turret's burning down slowly. Mainta's just waiting for it to go down. He doesn't care for now. Emfrost dodges away from that Natopho strike. The all-out comes out. The setup for the fire is down, but wait for the W. Flash away. Great flash. Now Maintenance in so much trouble. The setup, the help, Roulette to save the day. Ain't a 1v1 anymore with Na'Vi's jungler coming to claim.
Oh, bot lane though. Paris is going to face check.
And he's going to go to his detriment, I guess. Lospa trying to find him. Cataclysm over the wall. Quickness as well. There's no W to get him out. Bit of shielding. Poby's there. Hang on. Waiting for the flag. And Paris is just trying to kite it out. Razork, gets him midway. And so does Lospa. That's a kill over to the cow.
Some of these items on the side of Na'Vi, and I mean, yeah, they've got quite the wallets to back up their fighting power.
Oh, yeah. The damage is not as bad as you think it would be.
And I mean, Fnatic have no reason to think that this is happening.
Lospa's like, okay, I'm going to slowly creep up. Jungle just back. Razork went home. And Fnatic might go home early as well. 3K, 2K, Baron is gone. What a sneak from Na'Vi.
I mean, enough to end the game. It definitely can be, depending on the map state, but primarily they're used to break these tier 2 towers.
Good flash. Let's now on an ulti. Razork gets it engaged. Flag and Dragon on Paris, but he right into the chains of corruption. He's by himself isolated. Cataclysm out. All out back in. Mainta says no. Now Lospa's caught out here as well with a great re-engage from Paris. He'll be shielded up and be just fine. Slidy's in full lethal tempo mode, but Mainta's scared. Rather wants to make them scared.
Upset has not yet completed LDR.
No. So we wait. Ulti, perfect onto Flighty. Paris to follow up, even more exceptional. Poby tries to get on in, and Shuriken Flip does the job. There's a perfect execution as well, and all guns blazing here for Na'Vi. Lospa soon to go, and even over the wall he flashes away and almost drops down, but there's Sam D! The sniper from Korea enters, and Na'Vi have done the dirty work, taking 2 more down. The base charge has begun. Na'Vi
don't waste any time. They find a beautiful fight. They find a pick onto Vladdy, one of the biggest wave clear members of Fnatic. And with that, that is the go signal. Sam D popping off as Poby.
He might be in trouble. Flush forward. Nice from Upset. Good pick with the equalizer. Finally, Fnatic gets something in this game, it feels like. But it is only 1 for now. Na'Vi disengage.
Varus with, of course, the boots.
Yep.
And like, just start the Baron. I love it. I love to see it. Put that pressure onto Fnatic. You can turn and force, and Mainta keeping the jungler out of the pit.
Like, where's the damage going to come through? Paris, even not taking that much from Razork here as well. Keeping them Masandos. Chain corruption from afar. Look at the damage again. Sam D not even nearby. Razork dies mid-flag and drag. Again, those Qs are coming out, but Na'Vi taking a bit more damage than you'd expect. Poby is in the middle of this. Shuriken Flip out. Perfect execution. Flag drag flashed on as well, and Na'Vi need to think twice. Poby still low. The big one hits him from afar. Bloody Sands Roulette packing. And a small mistake here as Sandy gets a trade, but Fnatic looking for another, and he's going to die. Mid-Zonias is the survival here from Emperos. No one else to follow up. Fnatic are a little bit low. Otherwise, maybe the Baron will be started, but the game ain't over yet. This Mainta is coming in for the flank. Emperos is the low health target. The level 17 Cassante makes sure that Fnatic are not going to base right here.
A good
and stop this potential of a comeback from springing to their mind. Slowly being done down as Vladdy now joining the fight as well. As you said, Poby has to walk a long way at 3K. The fight looks to be starting off. The Dragon's going to go down and goes in Fnatic's way. The hot pot begins as well. Reledge gets an angle on the back of the pit, but he's burning down. He's now dead. Vladdy's ulti as well. Na'Vi have been thrown to the wayside. A game ain't over in the LEC till the Nexus falls.
And just strong. They buy enough time to find a good fight. And against the odds, they're back in this game.
It was an 8.5K gold lead, now slithering down to less than 1,000 once this Baron goes. In a turret defense now begins. Reletch is on an angle, but he's being spotted out by a control ward in that Baylight. Equalizer comes down again, and that just zones out Sam D. Losper takes some damage, upset as well. Still, Sam D hurts, and maybe with the follow-up from Reletch, they can do a bit of damage, but the all-out take separates Razork. Meanwhile, Losper's having a front line because Poby looking for an angle, so is Paris. Re-engaged, but Razork is out on the wing. Empress at half HP, Poby flashes forward. Shuriken Flip has connected. Out of the stasis, he will follow. No! Out of a cooldown as well as Razork. Not down, but Mainta flashes forward to finish it off. Empress is now down, Hexgate taken. This fight ain't over yet.
Na'Vi fighting back as Upset looks for
Poby,
Poby.
One auto took him out. Upset with another auto. Flashes away from Sandy from the hail of arrows. Again, that Q onto Razork. Not as much damage as before. Razork still up with the G. Upset a little bit low alongside Vladdy. Worth considering if that makes a difference in this upcoming fight.
Poke coming through from Sam B. Paris on the flank. Ultimate used, but he doesn't actually connect onto anyone. Paris.
Oh, but they also use Vladdy's ulti. Vladdy's ulti onto a Rakan. He's now out for now. Razork's also separated, but Sam D is in the hot pot once again. Melting slowly as Paris the first to go. And Sam D dealing with Razork ain't what you wanted. All Mainta now separated as well. It looked like a good start, but Fnatic just took apart the pieces. Ulti from Reletch. He tried to find a way back in himself. He's going to flash on Upset, but get one shot. A full-blown ace, and in very Fnatic fashion, they have taken back this game.
In unbelievable fashion, Fnatic fight their way back into the game off of a single Na'Vi mistake around Baron. They will get a clean ace onto Na'Vi, and they'll look to get their second win of the first week of LEC.
In very impressive fashion. Na'Vi has this game in the palm of their hands, and you're right, it was one single mistake. The Fnatic now shut their mouth. They're going to end the first week of LEC versus 2-1 and recover from their loss against SK. Well done to Fnatic to bite back.
It really felt like that this game was done and dusted. The way in which Na'Vi controlled the majority of the game, but just that indecisiveness around Baron goes to show that these LEC teams, those veterans, know how to punish these mistakes. Their team fight around the Dragon, the way that they team fought their way back into the game, makes a ton of sense. And for KCB, let's say you're the coach right now, what advice are you giving to your man in the jungle?
For sure, like you're trying to play with level 16 advantage on the map. You're trying to use your globals.
Kako used his pressure in top to work with Linces to actually set up a top side fade.
On that ward though, hang on, Camilo in trouble, caught out backing, and he's just dead. First blood over to Linces, and Vision does secure.
Pressure and everything. So I want to select more of this strategy, and we want to see as well as Na'Vi.
Yeah.
strategy as well.
The concern I'm having right now.
Cosmic Binding hits a wall, there is a stun, you can get some follow-up damage, but Fletchy's also here, and you can might have to burn his summon a quick smart, but Linces already pulls out the Cyclone. Magical Journey buys some space, taken away. Ooh. Another Cosmic Binding comes out as well, but Camilo's here. Second follow-up, Linces doesn't have a target, and then shoved back, only Humanoid finds an angle, with Nucko sealing the deal, stealing the kill. Vitality still find one, no matter how the lane is going pretty damn well as Dragon starts off in bot. This will be one for Vitality. And it will be their first objective of the game since they lost the Grubs. And they lost that first Dragon as well. Now one on the board, and Linces thinks about what he can do down bot.
Linces has been super proactive on the map. I think he's been using his power very well. He's threatening a dive onto Hazel right now.
8, there's the quickness as well. Linces pulls that first Cyclone. Meanwhile, the 2v2 into full action, but Hazel is in the middle of feathers. Well timed by Kazi. Prime dives to a solo kill pretty much. And Vitality, that could not have been. Yeah, Linces was just in the vicinity as well, looking to take a little bit more, but now at risk here as Camilo's getting a bit of backup. There's a run warp as well. Humanoid now in trouble, shifting sands. Where are they? He's rune prisoned up, can't get over the wall.
Yet to complete his first item. Fleshy setting his sights onto Camilo.
Oh, Oi, quickness again. And yeah, everything's fine, says Kimilu, but we know it's really not. Here comes Linces, and it's Cyclone time once again. Kimilu bonked on the head, 3-0. And like last year when Linces is in control, he is very, very slow to relinquish it.
I mean, 3-0-1 on the Wukong. He's a little bit behind in XP as Yukino's been power farming through the jungle.
That damage with Trinity Force, and takes it, matches with Hazel. Tempered Fate won't connect from Prime. 4 members mid, and Linces in the meanwhile doesn't fret, just takes Dragon.
And Humanoid getting collapsed on. Here's Yukino.
Yep. Tao now. He's doing a bit of damage. Humanoid's bought some time though with the soldiers out. Rather he's flushed away. Dead eventually though. The follow-up is big from Vitality. Going for Tao first. As Yukino on the side is going to ulti out. Meanwhile, Tao is going to flap out and both of them survive. So a nice pick from KC Blue in the end. Or is it? Or is it? Here comes Monkey from the side. Oh, the hidden Monkey is the deadliest. As man with huge abs is going to die to a bird. Kazi just walks it in to get the inner turret in the meantime.
But Vitality is quickly running away with this one. The gold lead only continues to mount. They find pick after pick.
Dive.
I don't think you can dive.
There is a TP as well, and remember that for Kimilu, he's just right pushed up against turret. He just took a turret shot as well. Humanoid looking for the all-in. There's no flash on this Aphelios. He is a fish out of water, Betty. And this time, even though he's able to heal up, it's not for long. Humanoid gets autos down, but it's a 1-for-1. Now Nucker comes to the rivers. Meanwhile, Kazi's doing his work from the back end again, and Towers just walked into a trap. Linces joins the fray, and over the wall, Yukino's going to drop his herald. Maybe that gives a way out for Tao, but it's not going to come in time. Not at all. Yukino stunned up, get in the herald. He says, get in the herald. The eyes exposed, running home at 1K. It's almost dead, but the turret's in the way. His own turret in the way is Vitality. Ace down the French opposition.
A 20-minute ace.
But Kazi's damage from the back of the fight is so huge. We come back to life. Fleshy's fought out. Gets over the wall, but 3 members now following up. Magical Journey from Prime. Meanwhile, Dragon has just been taken, so Fleshy's got the boys coming back in. Yukino, the disrespect to take the ward when the whole of Vitality are on the way. Linces setting up as well, comes out of the stasis though, and maybe it's okay. Cyclone number 2 though, on the back end from the clone. Linces getting low, but Tal can't finish the kill. Humanoid will take that trade, and now on sole point and 8,000 gold. KC Blue are trying to grasp whatever's in front of them.
I mean, the good news...
Like best of ones, I'm interested, you know?
No,
yeah,
I think the fun of best of ones is you can make overgeneralizations, sweeping statements.
Is Nucker the best top laner in the league? Against Tao, well, he was waiting for this one, but he got Linces' help. Is Linces the best ace safe? Actually, that's not an answer, that's another question. Ignore me. I think we know that the answer is going to be very good with Hazel at half HP, maybe a pick here with the help of Prime, but the quickness to save the day, and Feather's finally out. I feel like the first time we've seen the oldie from Kazi as he flashes into a stun, but gets the root nevertheless. Hazel surviving over the wall, but here is Nucko. As I said, maybe better than Zayat. I don't know with all those turret shots. Maybe not. Linces going to run back in. Camilla's got a bit of shielding to help him, but Humanoid with the flash Emperor's Divide gets the flash out of Tao. Golden is Humanoid. He's still going to drop one down. This game's getting messier by the second.
It certainly is. I mean, Vitality are just full sending it right now. Over the other though.
They are KC fans. Maybe caught out as Humanoid. Here's Yukino again. Tao by his side. Humanoid with a great ulti, but still caught out nevertheless. The shifting sands gets him out of dodge, but the Realm Warp will bring them in. Hang on. Humanoid is dead, that's for sure. Linces has no flash. He gets over the wall, but Tao's there to follow. With a blast cone, that's one bit of safety, but now running in is Nucko into 4. Is the Renekton enough? Fletcher gets the knock up. Nucko is going to go into GA. Kazi's now here to try and cement the fight, but Hazel on the back end. A 4 versus 3. KC Blue won that fight.
And KC Blue is going to get a Baron. Linces is still in the area. Can he steal this one away?
Well, he has no Cyclone, but he has a Smite at the ready. 1,400, the number to look for. The root comes out. Yukino is almost dead. He needs a Smite. It's stolen! Linces walks in. He'll die. But no Baron for you.
Oh, so close. 1, 2 people?
It's Kazi at least. Who else? As Fletchy. Oh, sorry, Prime. Kazi, good dodge. steps up and takes him. Now Tao's in the firing line as well. Kazi, massive root, gets barrier, feathers fly, a double. Kazi versus the world, and I'm pretty sure half the world is dead as Kimberly has to realm warp out with the flash up, a quick golden stasis, but in with a gleaming quill out with humanoid. Kimilu's dying here, and Vitality silence the doubt.
Shutdown gold proving quite valuable for the side of KCB. Of course, the action isn't over just yet. Keep your eyes on the minimap as Linces is setting up a flank. Hazel could be in some danger.
Knuckles waiting for the rain of anger. Linces is here as well, waiting for a cyclone. Hazel walked up to this big mistake as he flashes away, but not out of range just yet. A good knockup and a good binding from Prime, but Linces will heal that up thanks to the Sundered Sky. Fleshy's out as well. You can unable to reach that range, and the mistake from the Aphelios cost dearly.
Vitality.
Back off Vitality. Again, that soul available. Started off by KC Blue, but Knucknucko pulls out the dominance into 3 members. He flashes onto Hazel. He wants a kill. Goes golden for the time being. Hang on a minute. That guy's got some stasis. It's a trade, but Hazel's dead. And now KC Blue will be too. Kazi joining up Prime and Camilo as he walks into the pit. Feathers out. Prime can't be there. Flashes into town, but dies. Gets auto down. The Aatrox healing, resetting his humanoid. Has to ulti, but a 3v3 is where we are left. Humanoid, the range, massive. Prime, too low to contribute, but Camilo and Tao, it is up to the solo laners. 5v5.
Barrett, Barrett, let's go.
Lock in. Take your seatbelts off. Take your hands off the wheel. We're going in blind. 7k over the wall. Knucknucko starts a fight. Onto Hazel, doesn't get a chance. And Knucknucko just isn't dying. I thought it would be close. I thought it would be scrappy, but Vitality locked the hell in. The windshield's off, and KC Blue have just gone out. 1 and 2 is how they're going to end this week. And Betius, Vitality, they decided enough was enough. They've got to seal the deal themselves.
Knucknucko decided to put the final nail in the coffin himself as he dives onto the back line and absolutely destroys KCB. With the Baron secured, this should be an easy Nexus secure.
Well, easy's not the word I'd use, but entertaining nevertheless. Vitality, you've got it. I don't know what it is yet, but 2 and 1, you have got it. What a team.
As chaotic as that game was, it would be remiss of me not to mention how great of a game Linces had overall. From start to finish,
that is true.
He only had 1 death. He had a 6-1 and 11 scoreline. His impact in the early game was fantastic. I felt like he really did do a good job of keeping. I think just makes a ton of sense in my head. Even if Alistair can do pretty well into the champ, the Aatrox round out what we expect to be into the Ambessa is pretty interesting.
Okay, but that rock is all business as Giant X are coming up river. Sten has to walk and help out Sheo, looks to the engage, shield passes, Jun thinks about a target, headbutt, pulverize, and a trample to add as well. Good damage on the Sten, but Giant X are walking into this one as well. No ultis available, so Isma can't turn the engage. Jackie's about to be caught out, is trying to kite around for the time being. There's the Emperor's Divide, but it does nothing. Team Heretics are walking at him still now with a Realm Warp to cut off his escape. Business comes in, and First Blood comes out. Noah, he's up next as well, but Ice doesn't have level 6, just a bit of poke here from the Varus, but it is still First Blood.
But now basically when you ulti, you get the Storm and it slows.
By yourself.
It's the easiest way to break it down.
It's not a partnership deal.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll work?
Hang on, watch him walk around.
It's gonna work!
Saren! No, he gets ultied, and you know what? Isma is just waiting. Gets it, there we go. Why did my friend walk up to the wave?
And ultimately they conceded pressure around the Dragon, so this is going to be another one picked up for Heretics.
Not bad start to the game.
Hang on, no.
Okay.
Now.
Let's see the contest.
Sten has his ult.
Yeah, clinical, some would say. There's the engage. Nice done from Sten, but this engage what I'm wondering about. Isma has to ulti out. Never a good sign for a Malphite. Curtain call cut short. Isma almost dead here, by the way, as a nice clonk comes from Sheo. Team Heretics are just taking this steadily. Giant X are panicking a bit.
I mean, Heretics just ran at it. Like, they didn't even overcomplicate it at all.
Yeah.
Sten just ulted. He didn't have to commit his flash at all.
Uh-oh. Lot has found a target, and it's a freebie.
Yes, it is. That was an easy pick secured. As now we go...
Because of how good that movie is.
Great movie.
That is one of the best movies of all time. One of the best sound set. Hans Zimmer. Oh, my God. Where are we going with this Herald? This is the right way. Okay. There's the Weaver's Wall set up. Riley, excuse me, the Emperor's Divide. Everyone's setting it from Team Heretics. And Isma Not sure what his ulti did there. We're going to have to go back to the tape.
I mean, I can tell you right now, the idea was the Herald connects, Seren bounces out, but then Jackie says, no, I'm going to bounce you back in. And then in conjunction with the Malphite ult, they wanted to chain CC Seren underneath the tower and one-shot it. But his flash timing was perfect, able to get away to safety, and then they turned it back onto Jackie's, getting a kill of their own, and putting themselves on Soul Point.
And on third Drake as well. Lott's also not out of a cookie crumbler. He's going to have to pull the World Ender out, but public execution and a team in with a Realm Warp. Seren has really switched on. Soul Point, Baron's now up as well. Trayson going to play to the side lane with Sten coming in, and look, everyone's heading down. Will they need anyone else? I mean, Trayson, he's just been so clean on this Ambassador so far. Turret trying to be taken in the meantime, but even though Sten gets the kill, Team Heretics yet again.
The bot pressure into much.
Ice knows.
Yeah, as he should. Good respect indeed.
Sten, does Sten know? Okay, Sten does not know.
He does not know.
He does not know. Ice is like,
critical information was lacking.
Ice, where the cob.
Ice was just looking at
Hey, GX.
I like it.
Welcome to the show.
There's no TP on the rise,
It's just gone. It's just gone.
Yeah, they have to know that this is happening, right?
It's too late. Look at where Shayo is.
Nice.
He knows.
Very nice.
GX have woken up. Ausschlaf, Einschlaf, whatever the one is for like.
To the dragon. He needs to do something.
Grayson has whittled down Lot as well. It's not going too well here for GX. Their Baron Cheek was good, but now how do they stop this soul being taken? Seren running away from the curtain call. Ice's poke doesn't connect. Ice jumps in and look again. The Chain's Corruption's beautiful setup from Stenwell. Meanwhile, there is a good Malphite ult that sets up for Isma. He's in the pit, getting over the dragon. Sten comes in, but there ain't no steal available. GX stop the soul, find the fight, and in a turn of events, Team Heretics will not get soul tonight.
GX?
And stall this game out for a little bit longer as well. 2 minutes 30 till next Baron. Isma. He now has a Protobelt harness and he's going to use it well onto Ice. Half HP, but Jackies can't get in range. Now turning onto the Malphite, that rock is a little less than stones. Shayo picks up the kill. Jackie slowed down the charge and they'll go in. Okay, Shayo almost died though. Not good. Flash. Oh, public execution. Trayson, what an ulti! It's disengaged. It's disengaged well, but not before Jackies dies. Still a beautiful stuff from there from Trayson. It's 50 seconds till the Baron. We're going to get an answer as Lot versus Trayson is looking very Trayson favored these days. Ulti comes out right before that Baron spawns. There's public execution to match as well. Xerax is out, but I think Lot is just dropping down. Trayson keeps spinning to win. Waiting for the sledgehammer to come out to close the gap. Trayson is running after him, but Sten now comes in with a quickness. Maybe a bit of overkill, but they wanted to make sure Lot died.
Not ideal that Sten ends up picking the
Perspective.
It's a front-to-back fight, but Heretics just don't have the range to play it. They need to find a flank angle. A lot of this responsibility is...
Engage in onto Shayo. Isma altered. Amundo now flashes away. Crucial mistake. As Trayson now we're looking for the public execution on the side, but Chun is already down. Not a good fight, especially when Trayson does it again. Now Sten comes in with the quickness, flaps his wings, and all of a sudden Giant X is sent packing off the cliff. Mistake after mistake. Giant X punished well.
GX, they got impatient in the fight. They got so desperate to finally find something that they full send it onto Shayo. The Mundo, of all people, is able to tank that engage up, and they turn the fight around. Sten finds a nice angle onto the back line, forces Noah to flash out, and this is going to be the top tier 2. The Baron secured. Information around the Dragon to stop Malphite from stealing that one away. They need to get back to base, get ready.
Giant X, the 2-0 team right now, sitting on the edge a little bit as Trayson looks for his angle again, look for the public execution. All it takes is one chance corruption miss. Sten does as well, but not Trayson, not Trayson. He avoids the Emperor's Divide, and he's running in the middle of 4 people. Seren will take one, over the wall, Ice hits another, and Lot will be the last to drop. Isma runs for his life, while Team Heretics put on a clinic in yet another fight.
It's a one-sided fight. While it's true Heretics don't secure the soul, with a fight like that, they may very well be able to end the game. They have the Baron buff. They secure the ace off the back of this kill onto Isma, and now they just need to run it down mid. It's only Seren. Kind of rolls off the tongue nicer as well.
I don't trust you anymore. I have lost
That's fine. That's actually a good
so
thing.
much trust me.
I appreciate that. That's
You
good.
don't?
I never have.
What about MSI? First stand?
Oh my goodness.
Guys, as soon as Bettis gets them, I'll let you know. But again, just DM him. What's your X they say?
Stop DMing me. I had so many.
Do you still get...
They're taking their sweet time.
They are.
Dragon Soul, Baron.
Look, it's only a 40-minute game. As inhibitors break again, we have to think, how will they end it? Have you noticed new inhibitors look like a shockwave going off?
I have noticed that.
Is that the point? I think the minions are going to do the work for them. Okay, all of them come in. Chains of Corruption, a bit of damage on lot. The Nexus turrets are slowly whittling down.
That's one.
That's one. Hang on, can we count together? Jo, sending it. Okay, we're in. We're finally in. We're going to get rid of the other Nexus turrets. The Team Heretics have done it. The Nexus exposed. Giant X are walking back to the fountain. And Seren is going in. Eventually, Team Heretics will pick up their first win of the LEC versus. Well deserved, but now they're on the board.
Slow and steady, but they were able to get the job done. Heretics coming out on top. There were a couple scary moments.
There were a lot of scary moments.
But at the end of the day, they were able to close this one out, and they end the weekend with, at the very least, one win. GX, I think a lot for them to review this weekend.
Oh, yes.
But for MKOI, you have strong lanes, at least through the Azir, that you can try and play through. And also, I think Jojo kind of getting a little bit of a buff as well. The fact that we have...
Hook. Oh, that's one of those dangerous hooks that sometimes hits the wall. Heal coming out. Trimby's going to pop a heal of his own as they put the Shape Splitter into the bush to get themselves a little bit of vision. Alvaro, 4 slow, piercing arrow, flash auto! That was beautiful from Paduck. Flashes in, has the clips, a Spear of Sojourn, Sundered Sky, something like that. And Jojo, yeah, he's an Azir. He doesn't really want to get MR. As Jojo slides in for Nuke, the Ghost comes out. Trimby going forward, the Miasma. Oh, it's beautiful again from Shifters. They find a second of the fight. And now Nuke is just able to walk his way away.
The coordination was great from Shifters. As you said, the Miasma goes down and it's flashed. Let's try and fish for plays elsewhere. Shifters starting to look like they can snowball this.
Did have to invest quite a few summoner spells into that fight. Alvaro's going to step forward. Chain of Corruption, piercing arrow. Super has to step away from the chain that was going to catch him. Alvaro dies for the second time this game, doubling the amount of deaths he's had this year.
And that's just what I was talking about, right? Your ability to now still play around should guarantee Dragon, but Empire is still looking.
And going in, Alvaro does have that depth charge now. Nuke trying to get the presence in the mid lane. Jojo still there, very low HP, and Nuke kind of has to do this back and forth of, well, I can't really step down because we don't have vision control. Elioya could be waiting in the bush, and he was, so smart play from Nuke as the Drake, the second of the game through the ringer. About 1,000 gold lead in the early game. Trimby, Super doesn't know! He's caught up, Chain of Corruption there for the follow-up, and Super goes pop as Trimby and Paduck team up on the bot side.
There wasn't a chance there. There was so much CC that came through. The spell shield was already broken as well by Trimby. And it's a nice pick. And this is exactly how Shifters want to try and play, just this.
It felt like the optimal way to make sure you get as many waves as possible. Cease and desist going in as Jojo does have the Emperor's Divide. Rooster trying to chase him down. Twofold Hex might be enough. Needs to hit another, but the weirding dodge. Flash forward from Rooster! The chase in from Ricardo as well as Alvaro looked for an engage of his own. Elioya diving onto the back here. Depth charge down is going to knock up Rooster, but they just don't have the damage. It's a Spear of Sojourn and Bessa as Paduck trades with Super. Super still has the flash and the barrier, and Bukada's on his way across. Flash in from Super, takes the blue, but Bukada wants to take his life, and Bukada and Paduck will find it. This is now officially a shellacking, 6-0. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Elioya's looking to see if he can find Rooster, but Rooster goes in vids for a second and just dodges his way away.
That's the action.
And Jojo needs to be careful because he's going to get chased down. The flank from Trimby and Bukada. And Jojo doesn't really have anywhere to go. The Emperor locked in the alcove. Sent to alcove prison as Bukada.
He was able to TP in on, and it was what MKOI brought back at a third Dragon as well in their game against KC, but Shifters not giving that chance, just pushing them away completely.
There's 3 Drakes to 0 before the 20-minute mark, and 3 Grubs to 0. This is so one-sided as Alvaro caught out with the cease and desist. Rooster there for the chase. Alvaro doesn't have a summoner to escape his precarious situation. And Shifters claim their 8th. Quinfang dodges. away from the Rockets coming out of that rumble. Jojo now might just be caught out. Vault Breaker in. Rooster looking for the chase. Jojo flashing under the tower. They might just focus on the tower first. Merwin's on his way across. Another Vault Breaker coming out. They'll wait for that tower to fall. Between worlds goes Rooster. The tower does go down, but so does Rooster. Bukata still trading here. It's 1-4 so far. Trimby looking for a flank position. Bukata still chasing in. Product TP's in. Depth charge out. Public execution. Can't get him away. And knock him on a super as he can't escape the clutches of the Shifters. And it's 11-1 now in favor of Shifters.
They're shifted.
Rooster TPing down here as Jojo did the same a couple of moments ago. Not really enough vision for Shifters down towards this bottom side. Shape Splitter in, Mirwin in the pit, Bukata going forward as well. Flame Spitter out for Mirwin. Bukata turns onto him. Petrifying Gate's going to land as well, as it's Bukata who secures the Ocean Soul. Dives in with the Season 6, good to Emperor's Divide onto Trimby, and Nuka knocks them back. Jojo's going to find a shutdown, but now Elioya's in the back of the pit. Rooster can dive over as Trimby chases out his enemy support. A 2-level lead for the Nico and a very dead Nautilus sent to the depths. Mirwin still on the chase here, doesn't have that equalizer. Trimby maybe not enough damage. He's still a support at the end of the day. Elioya will fall though, and will Mirwin an ace for Shifters for only a couple of their teammates, and Baron available. Product and MCoy trying to split it up, trying to play it on multiple fronts, but they just couldn't do it. MCoy are respawning, but soon they're going to be met with an enemy team has slain Baron Nashor. And Shifters with their Ocean Soul and with their Baron, 24 minutes for Shifters. And yep, they're shifting hard at the moment into 8th gear. Bukata caught out with a dredge line, but no real follow-up from MCoy wisely. Pop Blossom out as well onto Jojo, who tries to flash away, does have the shifting stance, but he can't get away from the gaze of Nuke. That Petrifying Gaze doing a huge amount of work. Alvaro falling as well. Mirwin TPing in a little bit too late to really assist in anything. Puts the equalizer down to try and clear out the way, but those Baroned up minions are still healthy enough. Inhibitor tower down now for Shifters. 2 members of MCoy down for the next 20 seconds or so. And Shifters might just look for the win here, Rob.
This was not the direction I saw this game going at all, but Shifters showing up. You were concerned about their upcoming schedule. Maybe it's the other teams that need to be.
Apparently so. Super has to use the spell shield to avoid the flash forward from Rooster, but a piercing arrow almost pierces through him. Public execution going in, but it's only on Bukata. Trimby tanking the tower. Mirwin trying to get into the backline, does go into that overheat, but just doesn't have the damage to do more than 1 kill onto Shifters. Jojo is back up, puts the Sundis down, dodges away from the chain of corruption. Elioya force back, Super Force low. Rooster takes the kill. And it's an alarm for MCoy as Rooster begins to crow. Bukata goes further forward onto Alvaro, can't quite take him down. The Emperor's Divide just to buy a little bit of space, but Jojo will still fall. Shifters in 26.5 minutes have absolutely routed MCoy. This was a demolition.
The fastest game this place. What a performance from Shifters. There was doubts as to what this team could do this split, but holy moly, that's a statement.
That was incredibly impressive all round from Shifters. For MCoy, as you said, like never felt like they woke up, never felt like they had purchase in the game, and credit to Shifters.
Game, or if they're just going to continue to play for picks. We'll have to wait and see. If Reckless is on point, this could work out very, very well. Otherwise,
looking to see if he can work his way in from the bottom side of this fight, but it's going to be a bit tricky for him. Yahoo coming across, has that Emperor's Divide, Cosmic Binding, divides Reckless back, who has the flash, Polymorph coming out, Moonlight Vigil as well. Reckless almost falls to the Calibrum and will go down, can't get the Temple Fade out. Crowny opening up, Callisto able to flash to the back, and Velia falls as well. Lost Ratones have already lost 2. Crowny's going to have to burn his sums to get out of the pit, but Busio is waiting for him. Great flash away, flash in! It tastes purple as the blue wall is built by Lulu and Busio.
I didn't know purple tasted like Dirt. KC finding that fight against Lost Ratones. I don't know, like Lost Ratones fell KC to new heights.
And we're back onto the Rift. As it seems everything was rectified. Reckless stepping forward here, doesn't have the flash, does have heal, and obviously the magical journey, but with the Cyclone to knock him up into the wild growth, he still gets through Polymorph. Tempered Fate not in time. Wukong goes golden as he claims his prize. Yike. On the board for the second time this game.
That Polymorph from Busio was pretty clutch because it meant that you couldn't stun the Wukong on the opposite side. Gives time there for the kill to come through, and another nice pick from KC.
Baus going for a bit of a proxy here. utilizing the top lane positioning that comes with the quest, where proxying actually benefits you a lot more than it does the player chasing you. However, Kana has support and Yahoo's here. And Emperor's Divide into a nice little combo. Kana gets the Volquest complete at the same
here. And do they want to try and go for something? Because he's actually wrapping towards mid.
Might be looking at Yahoo, who doesn't have that Emperor's Divide, can find the flank. Yike trying to get in here as well. And Nimbus strike across the wall, and there's the fight with a shockwave, cease and desist. And he talked about a slam dunk. Well, that's a three-pointer or something. I don't want. Fattening up his pockets.
Just keeping eyes on where everyone is for this dragon. Basic KC trying to force their way through on the bottom side, but it does mean that Kanye has to move around.
No wallop to come up for the follow-up CC. Baus is going to go in. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Veli's chasing forward. Baus trying to get away from this. Kana needs another couple of autos. He doesn't get the second, so he flashes. Baus flashes away. Oh, the boomerang tickled. Tickled. Drake Yahoo does have the Emperor's Divide and is TPing down towards the bottom side.
Yeah, Yahoo's forced out, which is why Lost Tones now feel comfortable to go for this, but the TP in, he's in behind them.
Kalis could look for the Moonlight Vigil. Flash shockwave! Beautiful from Lost Tones. The Cyclone coming out as Yahoo tries to join the fray. Crown's going to have the flash, but Deafening Smash finds its mark. Yike looking for Nemesis. Velia gets another, and Yahoo's not able to get the damage down in the end. The Mundo is sent on PTO, will fall. But Los Ratones has shown they are here to fight.
Well, so in this position, just ult economy advantage for Los Ratones. And it will be the Chemtech Dragon second towards that top side of the map. Yike there in position to try and cover. Yahoo, hoping Busio can come here as well, because there's a lot of LOR members.
Yike with the shockwave, Nemesis flashing away. As the Cyclone comes out, shockwave dodged by Yahoo. Another Cyclone out, but Velia is able to tank it. The Wild Growth coming in, Tempered Fate almost clipped the Lulu before she could get her ultimate off, and now Yike's in the middle of Lost Ratones. Another Polymorph coming out, but Velia claims the kill. It's a 5v3 on this top side now in favor of Lost Ratones, and they'll just set up for a kill and back away.
The confidence starting to come through here for Lost Ratones. The mid tower, the immediate run top, the picks are happening. And KC were scrambling to try and cover, but they're too late, and now Kana
needs to get out of here. Doesn't have the flash. The Narm into the wall, dodged by Nemesis. A wallop follow-up, but Crowley won't fall, and Kana will. Kana trying to delay the backs of Lost Ratones so Yahoo could take this bot lane tier 1. Sacrifice.
Happy to just set up shop here in the bottom side and make it uncomfortable as Nemesis waits.
Nemesis has no flash. The Cyclone gets the first knockup, but for the second Temper Fate just short of hitting Busio and Yahoo, but now Yike is behind enemy lines and Lost Ratones can try and chase him down. Yike has a lot of tools in his toolkit to get out of this one. Crowney puts the fast out alteration down, flashes forward, and Yike will fall. Crowney claims it. With 12 seconds, you have the tools in their arsenal to deal with a Mundo. Like sometimes you see, if that's a Jhin instead of an Aphelios, you're worried.
Jhin to Leah.
Ruined application. That's the last Whisper. As KC mostly playing towards the top side here. Baus going in onto Kana. Now has to get out, but Kana's just going to chase him down. No real escape for Baus, a solo. Extended where he can is level 17, 2 levels higher than anyone else in the game. Reckless looking for him now, but misses the Cosmic Binding. Nemesis still on the chase. There's a shockwave for the follow-up. Kana has the flash, will jump and flash into the pit as the magical journey goes for the follow-up. Nemesis flashes forward and finds him with the command attack. Meanwhile, KC tried to push through that.
And now no Tempered Phase. It's only the boss that can beat the engage tool.
Yike looking for that flank position. Lost Ratones. Nimbus strike forward. There's a Cyclone. The follow-up with the Moonlight Vigil as well into the Polymorph. Nemesis goes on a rampage, but immediately we see Crowney falling. Kalis going low though as well as Nemesis continues to open up. Kana has the Gnar, but no flash, remember, as Yike dodges across the wall. The chase now onto that Gnar. As Baus, Reckless, and Nemesis survive the onslaught of KC.
The punchback from Lost Ratones taking out both Kalis and Yahoo was devastating for KC, and that come through for Crowney, which means he's going to be massive as well. Avelia, he's on the hunt.
Duelis to try and get away. And use the decoy. Yike going back in. Kalis tries to open up onto Crowney. Cease and desist coming out from Baus. They're going to lock up Kalis, but Baus is in the middle of them all with a polymorph, and Kalis survives through it. Lost Ratones couldn't chase any further.
This was to get some massive shockwave, and that ends it right there. But look at the positioning from KC. They're going to threaten mid-wave, deny any access, and Lost Ratones, they want to just move on to the bot wave that was stacking and try and at least get some plates, if not the turret, in trade.
Should be able to take it for them. The rest of KC are on their way down. Yahoo using the Sun Disc here. Scryer's Bloom coming out, Yike on that flank, Kalist stepping forward. Cyclone onto the backline, Velia now the target, but the Cyclone's not going to get the knockup. Tempered Fate going on to Yahoo, who does still have that Emperor's Divide. Moonlight Vigil out with the Inferno, will do a little bit of work. Bounce jumping forward, Kana about to go Mega here as well, and Lost Retones need to respect the Gnar. Level 20 bounces his way out, the Drake is up, and Lost Retones, a lot of them sitting at half HP. Looks like Kalist will turn his attention to the Drake first.
There's no vision, so they actually don't know where Kalist is, or they started that ward just showing it, but Kalist had already finished it off. KC kind of bluffing their way through that.
This performance than they have been impressed with previously is the Tempered Fate, the auto for the slow. Reckless finds the Cosmic Binding as well, and there's the follow-up. But the Wild Goat Cease and Desist dives onto Kalist, who has to flash away himself. Meanwhile, Yikes on the backline, but the Cyclone has to use his decoy to try and get away. Kalist kills off Baus. Kano in the middle of them, does have that Gnar, does have his flash, can look for Moonlight Vigil. Gravitum onto Nemesis, yeeted back the stopwatch in time. Velia now trying to protect his mid laner, but an Emperor's Divide and the flash is enough to take down his Nemesis. The resurrection for Crownie will not last for long as KC find the fight.
The mechanics for Lost Retones are there, the decisions they tried to put down, but KC outplay in the moment, and it is KC who are now barreling towards the nexus of the Rats.
Some sort of miraculous heroic defense from Velia and from Reckless needs to be enacted, because otherwise KC as 5 are going to take down these Nexus towers. Kalist opens up and immediately they melt in front of him. A hot knife through butter as KC will take the win, will go 2-1 and will mean that Lost Retones end week 1 without a win.
A hard-fought fight for Lost Retones, but KC still showing why they are a top team in the LEC. I mean, now I think 7 teams at 2-1 at the end of this week. Like, absolutely insane. We'll have to see if SK can join them, but for KC, that was a hard-fought fight.
It really was. It really was. You can vote for one of those KC players in your player of the game vote. Kana, Yike, and Kill.
Down and hold back the defenses, because you've got 2 jungle and a mid who are very vulnerable to some of this engage, and it'll be on Broken Blade to try and see if you can keep this onslaught off of this. Oh, he's got people on all sides.
Yeah, needs to be careful. Let's try and get out of here. Dredgeline, oh, dodges to the side of it, but is going to be forced away. Does have the teleport, so can get back.
There is no interaction. It's actually really well orchestrated by G2 to defend the advantage that they have here.
And Leader now at the point where he puts down that Singularity, tries to clear out the way, going in with the Astral Fly as they flash on the Caps! You just can't save him enough. Mickey and Skeens come in. Watching the EU LCS or the LEC for that long, you might wonder as LeBron lands the hook onto Yopper, forces him low, Mystic Shot hits, the Cosmic Binding a little bit too late there for Mickey. It's G2 get on the board in this game. Caps looking for a chase here, does have the Shockwave. At level 6 already hit. Broken Blade looking for Wonder off towards the top side. Astral Flight away from Leader in the mid lane, gets him to safety. Wonder now has 6 of his own. Broken Humond is on the Drake, and doesn't look like there's going to be too much of a contest from SK.
Caps using the Shockwave in the mid to get the damage that he needed, and with the upper back in base, they're going to back away. Mickey, lucky that he hit the sidestep. High support incoming.
Yeah, but Skimon should just be able to walk his way out of this one.
It's debuffing your lane.
Oh, yes. Lane swap detected.
Yeah.
Please leave the area.
Oh, Leader.
Yeah, it's not great for Leader. Flash Shockwave pulls him back, and Caps finds it. We'll call it a solo kill, but there was a lot of...
It'll work out great for G2.
Yeah, G2 really want to get to 2-3 items. And if they can get there even or slightly ahead, as they are at the moment, as the Cease and Desist comes in, the Rob looking for the hook. Temper Fate not going to be used as of yet, as Mickey's yet to hit the 6, but there's the Shockwave, and you talked about it, Dagda. They all go into the meat grinder, they're cut to ribbons by G2. It's 3 on the play, 5-1 now for G2.
There was nothing there for SK, and honestly, to put that pressure bot, because there is a wave that's stacking on that bottom side, but being able to deny the turret taking ability, huge and flash needed by desperately Leader there.
Well, at that point, Veilfire Grasp enough from Caps to just force Leader away. Because of this, the Drake.
Oh no! He was already dead. You don't need to keep kicking him.
5 times this game, 2 to neutrals, 3 to Leader. And for SK, really, you're looking at how do we get back in, because Skeens now caught, Caps is there again. Skewmont claims it from absolute Narnia. They'll take the blue away. Caps will take it for himself as true.
It has him, yeah. It's a bedtime death.
Wonder is a WoW player though, so he probably never goes to bed. It's a great flash. Cosmic binding from Mickey, trying to revitalize his team as they look for Hansama, but a good dredge line from LeBron will catch onto Yopper and force Mickey and Yopper away. Depth charge onto Mickey, a tempered fate, still the shot blast lands. Mystic shot does not, and LeBron in the end will claim the kill. 8-1 now G2.
Silver lining that kill goes across to LeBron in the end. Mickey tried everything to escape. But Caps, what's happening here?
Cease and desist into the falling star, into the sun, into the flash, into the shockwave. No way! He gets out, the ball breaker flash from Skeens will find a true shot barrage going wide there as Skumon's on the chase. Vi will fall to the chase. Didn't see that in an episode of Arcane as Wonder has to flash away towards the top side.
Still though, Skumon is hovering around this mid. The accelerated shot blast up leader. Don't please don't die to us.
Oh, yay! Put an X.
Permanence is...
And now Wonder.
He's going to die to the accelerated shot blast.
It's 300 HP, it's not enough. He can put that shield up. He might die to the second one. Wonder going in. Broken Blade low mana here. TP's coming out as Wonder gets another shield. And G2 double TPs, in fact. Now LeBron's like, okay, we can go on Mickey. Lands the dredge line, hook line, and sinker, it seems. Cosmic Binder coming out, but Hans flashes over afterwards and hits the Mystic shot. Yopper not blocking for his support.
Kind of needed to tank one of those Mystic shots, but you know what? He wanted to keep... but it probably is still...
You think Lost Chapter Giant Spell? Yeah, maybe.
No, I mean just Giant Spell.
I get you, yeah. Another kill happened.
Yeah.
Skeens died again. Mickey is going to follow suit. Oh, Skeen got baited! Mickey's so happy, he's smiling. Ear to ear right now. Great bait, mate. As Skumon picks up a triple to round it off. Cab survives. Yeah, I'm not sure when the Kindle gem, Rob. He's all over that bad boy.
Oh, stop. He's so ready. But, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't think anything builds out a Lost Chapter in Giant Spell.
Yeah, not right. Oh, Public Execution going down onto Caps, who did TP up to this top side, chose the battle. Oh, leaders here. Caps with a stopwatch. Broken Blade trying to defend. The skies descend, and Caps almost survives. Broken Blade now turns his attention to the Galaxy Dragon. A Tempered Fate will buy a second. TP coming in as well from Yopper as G2 might have to run away. It's a 5v2 now. As SK have all but abandoned their bottom side. And we'll be giving up a tier 2 for this with the push.
Yeah, I think we're about to have the fastest game in the split. I'm not going to... This is...
Hey!
He was like, for my birthday, can we please win?
Yeah. He's playing the most PvE game I've seen in a while. Yopper trying to get away from this. Doesn't have the flash. The shockwave not enough damage. Guardian, true shot, Caps! Gets it in the end. BB now coming across. Will it be his first kill or assist? Tempered Fate, it won't. Mickey escapes his clutch. Yeah. Trickier. Does have Zonya's. Oh,
does the leader kill Caps?
We will see.
There's no way.
They defrosted him today. Skeens in with cease and desist. Public execution for the follow-up. Falling star out as well. Shockwave, stopwatch. Skeens able to escape, and Caps does fall, but it's Wonder that gets the kill. Broken Blade looking for a little bit more. Can't find any of it. Because as we have previously, tanks a tower shot. Tanks another one, and a third, and a fourth. BB. Oh, he's looking. Oh, he missed. Oh, he gets the Pathmaker. Public execution.
Okay, Wonder, you have to escape.
Wonder, you gotta get out. He flashes. Get out, Wonder.
Yes.
Come on. No,
wait.
TP. No. BB's on the board. And they got sold.
I do feel like I kind of cursed this. Because I've been saying all day this was the game that I was looking forward to the most.
You told me this was a banger.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was just like putting your hands at the door and then banging the door. You know?
Cracked knuckles all over the shop. As G2 secure the balance and are playing impressively with their lead. Like, we joke and we mean because they've been so far ahead for so long as LeBron finds another, but he's been finding a ton of them. True shot barrage coming out from Hansama just to make sure they get the kill. G2 have played really well with this lead, but it has been so done for so long that all you can do is chuckle a smidge. Chuckle a tad.
It was on the 4th leader reset, I realized this game was over.
Pretty donezo.
So I think it was about 2.5 minutes into the game, you know, because we're at the faster speeds.
Yes. G2 pushing in for the Nexus. Broken Blade pushing in the top lane. I think it's just G2 looking for the wave clear more than anything. I expect them to actually move up towards top side as soon as BB. You think they just end the game here? They're all caught in the singularity. They don't have minions. Tempered Fate coming out. Cosmic Binding just a smidge too early there from Mickey. As now G2 push in, Mickey flashing away, cease and desist going in, there's the falling star schemes. The first of all though, as G2 disengage pretty well, and Hunsummer gets a double. He's looking for a little bit more as Mickey tries to run for the hills. Cosmic Bind is going to land, missing shot going wide. BB doesn't die on his birthday. And now G2 will continue to push in. SK, no real way for them to defend at all. The Nexus towers fall, the flash in from Revolve for another. Mickey sent to the dirt for the 5th time this game. And they'll chase onto the fountain, because why ever not? A double for Hans, surrounded out, an unofficial quadra. The Nexus goes down in 25-30 with a 17,000 gold lead.
You know what? I don't have any official capacity to say this, but this is definitely going to be the biggest top we have all year. That was absurd.
That
was absolutely insane.
What a way to round out week 1.
They don't even look happy. They're just like, yeah, all right. We knew that this was done.
I like the hugs. You know,